Hello, fellow gardeners. Joe Lample here, and today I want to share a game-changing approach to gardening. What if your garden could thrive with less weeding, watering, and pest control, simply by working with nature, not against it? Instead of planting in isolation, imagine creating a living, breathing community of plants that support and protect each other. A plant guild. This method mimics wild landscapes where plants grow in teams, each playing a vital role. By building plant guilds, you're not just growing food or flowers, you're designing a resilient ecosystem that practically takes care of itself, ready to transform your garden into a self-sustaining symphony. Let's dig in and discover how plant guilds can unlock your garden's true potential. In this video, I'll show you what plant guilds are, why they work, and how you can start building them, no matter your garden size. So, what is a plant guild? Think of it as a support group for your plants, centered around a main player, like a fruit tree or tall vegetable. Each plant in the guild has a job. Some deter pests, others attract pollinators, some improve soil, and others provide shade or ground cover. It's nature's blueprint for a thriving community. In the wild, you never see a lone tree. There are always layers of plants working together. Our goal is to recreate this in the garden, intentionally choosing plants that fill different roles. Above ground, big leaves can act as living mulch while flowers attract pollinators. Below ground, deep-rooted plants mine nutrients, and legumes fix nitrogen. The result? A resilient, self-sufficient system where plants help each other, and you do less work. Understanding this is the first step to gardening in harmony with nature. The magic of a plant guild is synergy. The group's combined effect is far greater than the sum of its parts. Guilds naturally manage pests. Aromatic herbs repel invaders, while flowers attract beneficial insects that keep pests in check. They also build soil health. Deep-rooted plants like comfrey pull up minerals, while legumes fix nitrogen, feeding the whole community. Ground covers shade the soil, prevent erosion, and conserve moisture. By planting in layers, tall, medium, and low, you maximize sunlight and water use, just like a forest. Diverse roots tap into different soil levels, reducing competition and boosting productivity. This stacking of functions creates a garden that's efficient, resilient, and abundantly productive. With guilds you get healthier plants, richer soil, and a garden that almost runs itself. That's garden gold. Let's begin with one of the most iconic examples of companion planting, the classic Three Sisters Guild. This ancient method, developed by indigenous peoples of the Americas, brings together corn, pole beans, and squash in a single harmonious planting. Corn is planted first, growing tall and strong to provide a natural trellis for the beans to climb. Its sturdy stalks reach for the sky, creating the backbone of the guild. Next, pole beans are sown around the corn. As they spiral upward, the beans not only use the corn for support, but also enrich the soil by fixing nitrogen, an essential nutrient that helps all the plants thrive. Finally, squash is planted at the base. Its broad, sprawling leaves shade the soil, keeping it cool and moist while suppressing weeds. This living mulch also helps deter pests with its prickly stems. Each plant plays a unique role. Corn offers structure, beans boost fertility, and squash provides protection. Together they form a resilient, self-sustaining mini ecosystem. This time-tested system is surprisingly easy to try at home, and it's a powerful demonstration of how thoughtful plant partnerships can transform your garden. But the Three Sisters is just the beginning. You can use these same principles to design countless other plant guilds tailored to your needs and tastes. For instance, consider a salad bar guild. Place kale or chard in the center as your main crop. These leafy greens thrive with a little support from their neighbors. Surround them with bush beans, which add nitrogen to the soil, and plant lettuce as a living ground cover to keep the soil cool and moist, just like the squash in the Three Sisters. Add onions or garlic around the edges. These aromatic plants help repel pests, acting as natural defenders for your guild. The secret to a successful guild is to assign each plant a role: a tall crop for structure, a nitrogen fixer for fertility, a ground cover for moisture and weed control, and an aromatic defender for pest protection. Once you start thinking in terms of plant guilds, the possibilities truly become endless. Mix and match your favorite crops, experiment with new combinations, and discover what works best in your unique space. Guilds aren't just a tradition, they're a smart, sustainable blueprint for modern low-maintenance gardening. Start with just one, and you'll soon see the difference in health, productivity, and beauty. The potential for creativity and abundance is limitless. Planting a fruit tree is a wonderful act, one that connects you to the land and promises sweet rewards in the future. But when you plant a fruit tree guild, you're not just growing a tree, you're creating a living legacy of abundance that can last for generations. A lone tree in a sea of grass often struggles, battling against competition from turf, pests, and depleted soil. It's isolated, and its needs are many. But surround that tree with a carefully chosen guild, and you create a thriving support system that mimics nature's own wisdom. Start by clearing away the grass in a wide circle around your tree. This gives the roots room to breathe and reduces competition for water and nutrients. Then, plant pest confusers, like chives and garlic, or daffodils near the trunk to deter insects and rodents. These plants act as natural protectors, keeping your tree safe from harm. Add comfrey or yarrow for their deep roots, which mine nutrients from the soil and provide excellent mulch. Just chop and drop their leaves to feed the earth and build rich living soil. Sow clover or lupines as a living mulch to fix nitrogen, enriching the soil and helping your tree grow strong. Include pollinator magnets like borage, whose bright flowers attract bees and other beneficial insects, or lavender, which not only brings pollinators but also fills the air with fragrance and helps ensure a better fruit set. Even strawberries can be used as a living ground cover, suppressing weeds, conserving moisture, and offering a delicious bonus harvest. By layering these functions, protection, fertility, pollination, and ground cover, you create a self-fertilizing, self-protecting ecosystem that grows richer and more resilient every year. In return, your fruit tree will reward you with bigger, healthier harvests, less maintenance, and the joy of knowing you've built a legacy of abundance for years to come. Once you've mastered the basics of building simple plant guilds, you're ready to take your garden to the next level. Now you can start thinking like an ecosystem designer, someone who sees the garden as a living, interconnected web, not just a collection of individual plants. Advanced guilds go far beyond following set recipes. They're about truly observing your site, watching how sunlight moves, how water flows, and how the soil feels in your hands. Tailor your plant communities to your unique climate, soil, and sun patterns. Try stacking in time. Start by planting a fast-growing, nitrogen-fixing tree as a pioneer species to prepare the soil and create shelter. As your garden matures, add your ultimate canopy tree, like an oak or chestnut, which will eventually dominate the upper layer. Over time, transition to shade-loving plants beneath the canopy, creating a multi-layered, evolving ecosystem that changes as the years go by. Expand your guilds to support wildlife. Think beyond just plants and consider the needs of birds, insects, and other creatures. Add berry bushes to provide food for birds and other pollinators, increasing biodiversity and resilience. Place rocks or logs to create shelter for beneficial predators like toads, beetles, and ground-dwelling insects that help control pests naturally. Add a small water source, such as a pond or bird bath, to attract frogs, toads, and other amphibians that thrive in healthy ecosystems. Connect multiple guilds, link fruit trees, berry patches, and vegetable beds together to form a true food forest where every element supports the others. Line your pathways with aromatic herbs and colorful flowers, not only for beauty, but to attract pollinators and beneficial insects. These living corridors help pollinators move through your garden, ensuring abundant harvests and vibrant blooms. The ultimate goal is a garden that functions as one living organism, diverse, resilient, and abundant, where every part plays a role in the whole. Achieving this takes careful observation, patience, and a willingness to adapt as your garden grows and changes. But the rewards are immense: bountiful harvests, thriving wildlife, and a landscape that feels truly alive. You'll create a paradise that's not only beautiful and productive, but also teeming with life at every level. That's the true power of thinking like an ecosystem, cultivating a garden that's greater than the sum of its parts. We've explored how plant guilds turn ordinary gardens into thriving, self-sustaining ecosystems. The secret is cooperation, plants working together, not alone. You don't have to overhaul your whole garden. Start small, pick one spot or one tree, and build a guild around it. Watch how the plants help each other, and how much less work you have to do. Every garden is unique, so use these principles as a guide and experiment to find what works for you. Be curious, observe, and don't be afraid to tweak your guilds. This is your chance to co-create with nature and conduct your own garden symphony. The results will surprise and delight you. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more tips and share with a fellow gardener. Now get out there and start planting your own plant communities. Happy gardening.